What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I'm sporting my fashionable headgear today, sitting in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, about 200 miles away from my drop in Chester, New York. That's going to be delivering at 5 p.m. tonight, so I think I'm going to pull out of here about 12 o'clock just to give me a little bit of leeway. Receiver did not have a phone number where you could call in to see if they could accept early delivery, so we're just going to get there and worry about that later. I had some questions about leasing, things like that, and I really didn't have enough information at the time to speak on it. And I really wasn't planning on getting into settlements and things like that on this channel. But I thought it would be some valuable information that might help some people. I'm not going to go line by line down this settlement statement or anything like that. I'm just going to be talking about what really matters in it. So last week I did 3 loads. In those 3 loads, I ended up taking a 34-hour reset. So keep that in mind. I ran 3,483 total miles, so empty and loaded. Total revenue to the truck, which would be the fuel surcharge of $756, and just the revenue from the loads of $5,004. That total was $5,760. And once you take that $5,076 and then you subtract out tolls, I hit a bunch of tolls, and actually the tolls were a lot less money than I thought. I don't think that I will ever try to run away from tolls anymore, because I hit a bunch of them during this last run, and it seems like me trying to run from them would be adding more aggravation than it would saving money. So hit a bunch of tolls, subtract out the tolls, just any other thing that you would subtract out, truck payment, fuel. The total net to me after all that was, I'm going to break it down into 2 numbers. $2,483 was sent to my account, and then I set aside 20 cents per mile, which is the max that you could set aside on and put in an emergency fund. So I set that aside, and that was $687. So the total revenue to the truck, to me, should I say, would be $3,170. I'm going to be setting aside about 30% for taxes, just to cover some other additional income that I have coming in from other revenue streams. So that's a totally different scenario. So everybody has to pay taxes. So again, if anybody's ever talking about money, the money that you're always going to be talking about, or should be talking about when you're talking about your actual income, is always going to be the gross amount, or the total that you, for example, so in this case it would be $3,170. Now, if you were W-2, then you're going to be taxed and things like that, and then you're going to have a lower number than that. But if you ever go buy a house or anything like that, they're not going to be asking you they're not going to be saying, how much did you take home? That's a trucking thing. That's, nobody in this world other than truckers talks about take-home pay. So total pay $3,170. Like I said, I'm going to set aside 30% for taxes. And here's a bit of advice for people that, you could be leasing, you could be well ahead of the game, further ahead than me. But when you set up your account, your bank accounts for leasing, set up 2 different bank accounts. Have one bank account set aside for taxes solely, and then just another operating account. And you could set up actually a 3rd account on top of that, and have it broke down even further than that. But just having one account, I think, can end up getting people into some trouble. But I just wanted to share that with people that are kind of considering leasing or comparing leasing to being a company driver. Like I said, I think there's a lot of benefits to being a company driver, whether it be the 401k, having your taxes taken out, things like that. Also, medical insurance. That's a big one right there. So I don't really have to look at the medical insurance because I'm covered into my wife's plan, but just based on what I heard as far as what the medical insurance is when you're going the lease route could be a bit higher than it would be going company. But just wanted to share those numbers. Hope those numbers help. It's not going to be anything that I'm going to be sharing on a continual basis or anything like that, unless I feel like something came up that makes it necessary for me to, dig back into it. Anyway, that's about it. Hope everybody's doing fine. Hopefully my next load is getting me out of the East. I know everybody's saying East is where the money's made. Well, you know what? I'll make less money and, get out of the Northeast primarily. I'll stay in the East, Southeast, but this Northeast, I just don't like it. Anyway, again, thank you guys for stopping by. No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.